About to have a Dallas Cowboys mailbag here with all of the questions coming in from our live audience on the Dallas Cowboys Report. If you want to be a part of it, make sure you're subscribed. Link is right there, bottom of your screen. It's youtube.com/CowboysTV. A super chat to get things started here from Dwayne Jackson. Will this be a make-or-break season from Jaylon Smith and Zeke Elliott? If they don't have bounce-back years, the more likely will be gone. If so, how much money will they save next year? So Jaylon's contract is fairly move-onable. Is that a word? We're gonna make it a word today. Able to be dumped. How about that? Next season, they could save $5 million or $9 million, depending if it's a June 1st cut or a post-June 1st cut. If he's bad, I think Jaylon's gone for sure. Where things get more difficult is with Ezekiel Elliott. It has to be a post. Nah, you know what? He's stuck. I'm looking at the numbers right now. They dump him next year. There's no money saved. Period. So Elliott, barring a trade, is stuck with you for this year and next year, unless they just want to eat a bunch of dead money, which feels pretty unlikely. From Taco Man, sadly, yes, give up on the safety. If this draft is successful in improving our defense, I believe offensive line and defensive end will be the Cowboys' priority in 2022. I think that makes sense. You could maybe throw in receiver. I don't have much with Michael Gallup there, but if your D-tackle, your linebacker, your cornerback spots are freed up, O-line makes sense, defensive end, and the spot I can't say. All right, from Francis Stevenson, is a Stephon Gilmore trade still in play? Probably not. Again, you're playing a numbers game here. If you trade for Stephon Gilmore, you're making him a starting corner, and if you're smart, you're paying him and keeping him around because he wants to get paid as well. So now all of a sudden you're in this spot where, okay, well, Gilmore's on the outside, Diggs is on the outside. Kelvin was supposed to be an outside guy. Did I just waste a second-round pick? Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis can play nickel. I guess you could try Joseph in the nickel, but then why'd you pay Jordan Lewis? Is he going to move to safety for you? So, look, you can't fully rule it out, especially if there's like an injury, but I don't really think a Gilmore trade is that possible right now for the way this Cowboys roster is constructed. The numbers just do not add up from a math perspective. But get your votes in for me. Do you want to trade for Gilmore? This question, by the way, will actually be the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. Type Y for yes or type N for no. From Stenneth Powell Jr., what about sinning Steven Nelson? Again, we mentioned him on our top free agents list. If you need some depth there, sure. I don't know if he fits the Dan Quinn-style defense. And again, there is a numbers game right now at corner. Now, if they were to trade away Anthony Brown, which is doable and would save some money, if there's an interested party out there, I do think that makes some sense for the Cowboys. Andres Gonzalez, who has the higher ceiling out of Surtain, Horn, and Joseph? I still think it's Jaycee Horn, and I know you guys want me to say Kelvin Joseph, but it's not. There's a reason those two guys went in the first, the top 10 picks, top 9 actually, and Joseph fell all the way down to the second round. I do think that Horn offers the highest ceiling of those three particular players. From Joey Drada, based off the teams we are playing, what do you think our record will be? I still think something along the lines of 10 wins or 11 wins ends up making a whole lot of sense. So, Joey, I think it's a fair question there, but I think 10 wins makes the most sense there. So what will be the Cowboys' record in 2021? Remember, there are 17 games this year. So get your votes in for me in the comments section. What do you think the Cowboys' record will be? 10-7? 11-6? Get your votes in for me in the comments section right now. The Cowboys Report is now available on the News Break app, so you can get some Cowboys videos from us here at Chat Sports, in addition to some fantastic essential updates with local news, what's going around in your community. Download the app and support our show today by using our link, chatsports.com/CowboysNB. Once you download the app, make sure you search and follow us as well. It's just the Cowboys Report. It's that simple. All you have to do, you'll get Cowboys videos sent right to your phone, as well as great local news updates. Nobody gets the paper delivered to them anymore. Even producer Brett, an old man, does not do that. So go get the app today at chatsports.com/CowboysNB. Don't just be living in a little sports bubble. Get some essential local news based on your location as well. Chatsports.com/CowboysNB. From Bo Beans, or is it Bobbines? Who knows? If the Cowboys did end up getting Surtain or Horn, who do you think we would have taken next versus who was available at the time? Maybe if they had gotten a corner, they would have been more aggressive and traded up to go get Trevon Merrick. That's my very painful headcanon. I do think edge rusher and linebacker also would have been in play around those picks. So, I mean, Jabril Cox could have been their third rounder in this scenario. They had him graded fairly highly. They would not have gone Horn and Joseph. Maybe they could have gone with a Baron Browning or Pete Warner or any of those linebackers or an edge guy like a Joseph Asai, for example. But my mindset is they would have traded up to go get Trevon Merrick and been aggressive at that point. All right, producer Brett's making a new rule. I'm being censored once again here with the threat of docking my pay, he says in my ears. I can't talk about safety anymore. What if they super chat? Can we talk about safeties then? Is that the loophole? Okay, if you super chat, I can talk about safeties. Apparently, other than that, it's banned, which is unfair and just an awful change, but I'm being threatened here, so I have no choice. Can't talk about safeties anymore. Josh Marino, I say playoffs for sure. What do you think, Tom? Can't say for sure. I think it is very possible. That would be my bet, but I don't think it is for sure by any stretch of the imagination. From Thom Hercules, why not bring an edge rusher in free agency? Again, numbers game. DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory is going to have an actual full offseason and OTAs and camps. All those things he hasn't normally got. So I kind of like that for Randy Gregory. You signed Terrell Basham. You have Bradley and Dorrance Armstrong. You drafted Chauncey Golston. Odighizuwa can play some edge if you need him to. So it's a numbers game. It's just not needed right now, barring injury. Cecil Bishop, will the Cowboys add anyone with the $2 million they saved by cutting Antoine Woods? I want to say yes. The answer is probably no. What do we know about Stephen Jones? Cap Boy loves his cap space. He loves to find a way to keep an extra $7 million or $10 million in the bank just in case of a rainy day, and it's always sunny out anyway. So my guess is no. Now, they might bring in some people, but I think that $2 million they saved was just to save the $2 million, and because Woods wasn't a fit as bad as the defensive line looks right now on the interior. Now, we can still be optimistic. Of course, you can't say the S word anymore on the show. But name a free agent that you want to sign. Get your votes in for me in the comments. Any free agent that you want Dallas to go get right now. From Juan Villa Acosta, do you project Boss Man Fat to be a top defensive rookie for this team? Yes. I think he's going to play the most or the second most snaps. Across the NFL, define top. Look, Kelvin Joseph is going to need some time. He is not an overnight high-floor player, but I think down the road, he has the potential to be a great starting corner. From Jokester12, can DeMarcus Lawrence two-gap? So again, two-gapping refers to taking on multiple blockers. Maybe we can get to that 4-3 under photo here, producer Brett. If you ask DeMarcus Lawrence to be covered up and be a two-gapper, you are a failure as a defensive coaching staff. Two-gapping refers to what's on screen right here in the green text and the yellow text. You're taking on multiple gaps and being assigned to help stop the run in that area. DeMarcus Lawrence is a pass rusher. I don't believe in paying players $200 million or $20 million per year to take on run blockers. That's a bad idea. DeMarcus Lawrence has got to be an edge on this team, and he had better have his hand in the dirt as well because he's better and more comfortable there. I am once again begging you to allow yourself to maximize your players instead of trying to force them into a particular scheme. Now, if you guys have not already, hit that big red button and subscribe. We have videos every single day, and we also know that not all of you see them because we got the numbers behind the scenes. Less than a quarter of you who are subscribed have your notifications set to all. YouTube defaults them to personalized, which means if we put out a video, 3 p.m. on a Saturday, if it's not all, you might not get it. So go check that bell icon, hit it, and make sure it says all as opposed to personalized. Otherwise, you might miss some of the great videos we do for you guys here at the Cowboys Report. From Taco Man, thoughts on strong and free safety. Seems like no one is talking about the safeties. I do it all the time. If only someone would talk about the safeties. Sorry, producers. Taco Man, you're not sorry, and I appreciate it. To answer, I can answer the question. Super chat. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay. Strong safety is going to be Donovan Wilson. Free safety is if healthy is going to be DeMonte Casey, and I think your depth is bad, and that's why it was my number 2 need entering the draft. And a 6th-round corner safety hybrid Israel Mukuamu does not fix that need. Period. From Jesus Mendoza, who wins the battle this contract year, Jaylon or Leighton Vander Esch? Great question. Might be neither in the end. If you want to make Keanu Neal a weak side linebacker and Micah Parsons is going to be playing in the middle more than the Sam spot, maybe Jalen Smith or Leighton Vander Esch ends up being more of a bench guy. You got a good-ish problem here for the Cowboys to deal with of plenty of depth at the linebacker position, but again, the value there is not particularly great. From Ken Trock, is this a Tristan Hill contract year? Not yet. It is a pretty important year, though, for Tristan Hill. If he is not a fit for Dan Quinn, if he struggles again or gets hurt again, he might get cut or traded potentially in the offseason. From Brokov, package a 3rd LVE and Jaylon for number 20. So I assume you mean Marcus May, the safety? We're wildly undervaluing or overvaluing LVE and Jaylon Smith or undervaluing Marcus May from the Jets. I assume you mean the safety, not like the number 20 pick in next year's draft or whatever. A 3rd and 2 linebackers for Marcus May. First off, the Jets don't like you anyway because of the way the Jamal Adams stuff went down, and that would only make them block your phone number again because that's a terrible trade offer if we're being honest here.